A lot of people are using AI at work right now, and on the surface, it feels like a big shift. You open a tool, you ask something, and get answer in seconds. It's fast, it's impressive. But if you step back for a second and look at your actual work, your actual output, has anything really changed? Are you saving a significant amount of time? Are you producing noticeably better results? Or are you just doing the same work slightly differently? And that's the question, because using AI is not the same as getting value from AI. Most people use AI in a very simple way. They treat it like a smarter Google. They open it, type a question, get the answer, and then move on. For example, help me write this, explain this concept, or give me some ideas. And the answers are often good, sometimes even great. But it doesn't change how you work. So every time you start again from zero. New task, new prompt, new thinking. There is no structure, no accumulation, no system. And because of that, the impact stays limited. I think there are 3 common mistakes behind this. The first one is this. People use AI task by task. They optimize for small actions, but never step back and look at the full workflow. So they gain a little bit of speed, but they don't gain leverage. The second mistake, they don't define what better actually means. Is better faster, more output, higher quality, or less effort? If you don't define that, you can't improve it. And the third mistake is the most important one. They don't measure anything. So AI creates the feeling of productivity, but without proof of impact. And that's why a lot of people say AI is useful, but they can't really explain how it changed their work. So if you want AI to actually make a difference in your work, you need to stop thinking in terms of isolated tasks and start thinking in terms of system. Not can AI help me do this faster, but can AI change how this entire workflow works? Let me show you what I mean with a simple example. Let's take something very common, writing a weekly report. It could be a status update, a client report, an internal summary, something you do regularly. Without AI, the process usually looks like this. First, you gather information. You go through notes, messages, maybe a few documents. Then you try to organize everything. What matters, what doesn't, what should go first. Then you start writing, and usually you rewrite a lot. You adjust the structure, you fix the tone, you clean things up. Overall, let's say this takes around 2 hours. And the important part is this. Every time you do it, you basically start from scratch. Same type of task, same effort, no real system. Now, let's add AI. And most people will do something like this. They open AI and type, write a weekly report based on these notes. And yes, you get something faster. It gives you a draft. It structures things a bit. So you save some time, and here is what actually happens. You still need to clean the output, adjust the structure, rewrite parts, make it sound like you. You gain 20-30%, which is good, but not transformative. And this is the key point. You used AI, but you didn't change the system. You just replaced one step. So yes, it's faster, but it's still manual, depend on your effort every time, and inconsistent. You didn't build anything reusable. You didn't reduce the thinking load. You didn't create leverage. So the question becomes, how do you go from AI helps a little bit to AI actually changes how I work? So instead of using AI like a shortcut, let's use it like a system, not to generate one output, but to redesign how the work gets done. Let's go back to the same example. So this time, instead of asking write a report, we step back and describe the full workflow. Now, look at what happens. We are not just getting content, we are getting a system design, something we can reuse, improve, scale. this is completely different level. Instead of asking AI to do the work for me, I am asking it to improve how the work works. And now I have a structure, I have a repeatable process, I have a template I can reuse. And most importantly, I don't start from zero anymore. Next week, I can reuse this. I just plug in my notes and I get consistent results. Let's make this very concrete. Before, 2 hours per report. And after redesigning the workflow, maybe 1 hour? That's 1 hour saved every week. So that's around 50 hours every year. And that's just for one task. Imagine doing this for 3 tasks, 5 tasks. That's where AI becomes real leverage. A simple way to think about this. There are 2 levels of using AI. Level 1 as a tool. You ask, it answers. Level 2, AI as a system. You design, it scales. Most people stay at level 1. They use AI more, but they don't get more results. So the goal is not to use AI more often, is to use it more intentionally. So let's make this useful for you. Think about your own work for a second. What is one task you do every week or very often and that takes time or energy? Something repetitive, something a bit manual? Now break it down quickly in your head. What are the steps, and more importantly, how long does it take? Because that is your baseline. Now imagine this. Instead of asking AI to help you do the task, you ask, how can I redesign this task to make it faster, simpler, and repeatable? And that's a completely different question, and that's where you start creating leverage. If you want something concrete, you can use this. I want to optimize this task. You list the current steps. Help me, 1, simplify this workflow. 2, identify where AI can save time. 3, suggest a repeatable process. And 4, estimate the potential time saved. You can literally try this today. And this is what changed things for me. At the beginning, I was also just trying things, testing tools, exploring what was possible. And it felt productive, but the real shift happened when I start asking, where is my time actually going and how can I improve this specific part? That's when AI became useful. Before, AI was helping me write. Now it's helping me think and structure my work. So if there is one idea to keep from this video, it's this. Don't use AI randomly. Use it to improve a system, define a goal, measure the results. And that's how you turn AI into leverage in your work. If you are trying to use AI in a more intentional way in your work, you can subscribe. That's what I am going to focus on here. So I'm curious, what is one task in your work you would like to optimize with AI? Let me know in the comments.